You help the poor, show the path to the blind. That means you are kind. Blindness is of three ways. You're blind by your emotions, you are blind by your fear, and you are blind because you are blind. You understand? And it depends upon the rhythm of the life. One who is blind physically is better than one who is blind emotionally because he is mentally blind. And intuition cannot serve that man or a human. And after that, you are blind spiritually. That way you see this earth, the only positive contact you have. Earth is changing. It revolves in 24 hours. It is never the same. You talk here now. What time? 7:35. 7:36 Earth, longitude and latitude has moved. The magnetic fields are changed. Psyche is conflicting. So who is real? One who talk at 7:35 or one who's going to see it in 36 and 30? The rotation of the earth changes the magnetic field. Flare of the sun and the magnet in the earth creates the psyche. Therefore, there is nothing permanent. You are not permanent, your parents were not permanent, future is not permanent. I was watching the History Channel, how many big buildings, many nations as a sign of victory because of this, because of that built, and they are through the earthquakes and the time got destroyed. What is left of them is ruins. You want to go on this earth away, leaving behind you the ruins? No concrete legacy which can work out and can say, well, there was a man who lived, there was a woman who lived. Are you willing to apply your creative consciousness? Or you just want to be a puppet, born by time, roughed up by space? What's the difference between an animal and a human? We are part animal, we are part human, and we are part angel. And if we cannot reach out to our angelic beauty, aha, that works. Angelic beauty. Angelic beauty is your divinity, your grace, your dignity, your power to give, your power to guide, and finally, your power to goad. There are certain powers. These beauties are forever. They give confidence to people. You will have a lot of friends. Though there will be a lot of people who relate to you, but they will relate to you with reverence. There will be some animosity, some reality. That is life. Life is not dependent on whether you are poor or you are rich. Life is dependent on whether you are satisfied or not. Or you enjoy the contentment. If you cannot enjoy the contentment, you have no life at all. Let us see. There are rabbis. Oh God, you know how much they know? Huh? Anything you say, they will tell you a story on it. Otherwise you can't be a rabbi until you know how to talk and talk and talk to the point the other man is dead. If not dead physically, at least dead sleep. Then you are a rabbi. Then you have a cantor who has a voice that it can penetrate the roof. That's why all synagogue and churches' roof are very high. Yeah, because they sing very loud. But may I ask, how many rabbis and cantors we have? How many priests and that music in the church, what do they call it? A choir and that big, huge, so many tubes in it. You see that? And how many libraries we have? Huh? And how many books and movies and stories it is. Can you believe how many things we talk? Can you believe that? We talk so much. There's so much to learn. But we are not ourselves. We don't know how to be content. Our life is full of earthquake. Sometimes because of anger, sometimes because of greed, sometimes because of attachment, sometimes because of pride. We are never ourselves. And look our mental imagination. Oh, if I have this. Oh, if I have this. If I have this. As yesterday I say the most powerful thing which a man has to suffer with is, I couldn't. I wanted to, but I couldn't. I couldn't do it. Well, I was to jump on a train, it left. I couldn't. I couldn't run with it and hold the handle and get into the compartment. Similarly, from this couldn't comes the life when we are not content. Nothing is enough. We are live by the will of God and we are surviving by the flow of the energy and we are penetrating in our life by our psyche, then still we are very uncontented. Therefore we are not contained. And anything which is not contained can't be anywhere. And when you are not anywhere, you are nowhere. What God has to do with it? God created you. Wait. Wait, His hand will carry you. But you don't want God's hand to carry you. You want your Papa should carry you, your Mama should carry you, circumstance should carry you. You want Kam, Krodh, Lobh, Moh, Hankar carry you. Oh, by the way, it was very wrong to say BBG was 200 pounds. She is protesting since yesterday. She doesn't appreciate how I look at her. She exactly weighed herself and she is very skinny. Don't think she's fat. She's not. Save my skin. But one thing we had advantage, now she's going to be very, very skinny. Because she's going to contain and feel content and will save bill on food, right? It's called life. If you appreciate somebody, but appreciate by exact weight. Hey, what is your exact weight these days? No, people don't want to tell few things. Your weight, your age, and your intention. And somebody in Los Angeles, I was advising, counseling, she was a very powerful actress, therefore don't get very horny about it. And I asked her, I said, what is your age? I have a very good knowledge of it. And she said, no, I think I'm born on such and such month, such and such a year. I said, now I can calculate how old you are. She said, well, it slipped out of my mouth. But curiosity, what is tomorrow? Everybody wants to know what is tomorrow. I tell you, you damn fools, tomorrow is what you are today. And today, if you can flow with the natural flow, the magnetic field and the sun flares can connect and change your whole destiny to prosperity, richness, health and everything. You understand? There's a huge iron lava about a mile down and it revolves. Earth goes east to west, that goes west to east, and it creates electromagnetic field. And that's the principle we have all these electric producing things. And as you depend on that universality, repeat it. As you depend on that universality, that is your prosperity. You cannot be prosperous by any other way. Opportunity will come, that will go away. I was very little, and I was walking with my grandfather. We were sitting on a dividing line of the field, and he said, did you notice something today? I said, yeah. Everybody bowed twice. He said, what do you mean by do I bow twice? I said, one to you, one to me. He said, they bowed to me, right? I said, yeah, I saw it. Why they bow? Because they bow because they want to be blessed. That's why they bow. They don't bow for anything else. If you bow somewhere and you are not blessed, you are crooked in bowing. You're not straightforward, you're not honest. And I said, they bow to you because they feel you are a very holy man of God and you are head of this village and you bless them. He turned around, he said, why they bow to you? I said, they expect me to be like you. That's why they bow in advance. They are depositing their lottery ticket. So when I grow up, I should be very blessing. He said, grandson, if you not rise to their expectation, this head to which their head bowed will roll in the dirt. You didn't understand that, do you? Nobody wants to love you, respect you, or bow to you. This whole thing is BS. There is expectation, a very strong tie of expectation attached to it. Nobody will go to Golden Temple and have a sip and dip if thousands of people are not there to prove they got healed. The fact of life. It is not this, it is not that. It is a reality which built your personality. And if your personality have the basic habit of being independent, being sovereign, being blessing, being yourself in the only attachment of God, you are all right. Otherwise, nothing will work. I mean, you are blessed one, that's okay, understandable. But what the hell I have to do? You are rich, or you are blessed one, or you are great, if it doesn't solve my problem. You know what I mean? Hello? I was counseling a marriage 2 days ago, and I said to her on the phone, we were talking, I said, what do you want? She said, I want something to happen. And her husband walked in, he said, darling, I have found out I love you very much. I said, what did he say? He said, first time in my life he has said he loves me. First time. You don't have time to tell your partner you love him, and you have no time to tell your partner, shut up, you bitch, I'll kill you, I'll throw you out of the window, you nonsense, this is wrong what you're doing, and I'm not going to participate with it. Both ways you can't express your love. Not in anger and not in love. The corrective applied mind is the reality of a human mind. Collective applied mind is the reality of the human mind, in which there is no question of anger or no question of defeat. There is a Prakriti, Mother Earth. There is a Purkha, these heavens. You shall watch, and if you are involved in any relationship in life, you have to speak. And sometimes you guide, and sometimes you have to goad. Monsters is the ego like elephant, and they sit on that, what they call that man? Who sits on the neck of the elephant? Mahavat. And what Mahavat has in his hand? That iron goad. An elephant knows thoroughly well how monstrous I may be. But if I don't behave, it will go right in my head. And that is tragedies. Tragedies, that iron goad which is on the elephant, it puts you back on the path. You hate to suffer, right? No, you are born to suffer when you are wrong. And fortunate are those who immediately suffer and correct themselves. No, you don't agree with that. You want to do wrong and not suffer at all. Yeah? Isn't that what you want? But it doesn't happen. God will forgive you when you reach Him, but Mother Nature will never forgive you. Mother Nature is like a strict mama. It will slap you left and right and put you on the right path, doesn't matter who you are. Because that is motherly love. Motherly love is so strong, it will cripple you if it has to. I went to a very beautiful family, they were here too, and their son was doing ooh, 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 ooh. I asked the father, what is it? He said, sometimes he gets a attack. Very intelligent boy. Extremely wonderful. But that ooh, ooh, ooh put everybody to shock. Because with his intelligence he was very mischievous. So nature put him in a bondage. If you do not have fear of reaction, I think you will destroy this planet and the entire humanity in days. Germany built to a power of absolutely flawless completion. They broke the McMahon line in exact 15 minutes. Invincible, powerful, mechanical and personal, powerful defense line built. It was walked over in 15 minutes. But later on when defeat happened, do you know what happened to them then? Why it happened? They wanted to feel they are invincible and they can conquer the whole Europe and they can do what they want. My dear, when you conquer something or you achieve something, you have to maintain it. And one thing you all have to maintain, your character. One scratch in the character will open up a dam of worries and misfortune, and it will be endless. One moment when you miss the train will take you many, many miles to catch it up with a fast vehicle. One blunder that you miss the exit, that you must all have experienced. When you miss the exit, then go round and round or come at reverse. But on these freeways, there's no reverse. You have to wait for another exit. Turn around, come all the way back, get on the, oh God, what a hassle. And that's exactly map of your life. You missed it. You know, it's very funny. In Amritsar, when I was posted, there was a man called Pandit Ramlal. I heard from many, many people, he's a very good astrologer. So I had kind of taste about it and wanted to know if everything is costed, at what cost it can be maintained. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what astrology is all about. Anyway, I went in the morning to see him. He won't teach me anything. I have to sit there and listen what is going on. So he will interpret things and all that. Then he wanted to have gajrela, you know, carrot pudding. So I had to take carrot pudding every day. So I made arrangement that some man of mine will make carrot pudding and I'll go to his house and present. I was kind of disappointed. He doesn't teach me, he doesn't do anything, and I don't think he wants to put some interest in me. So one Saturday I went and we all ate that pudding because I took a big, huge pot. He took one horoscope of somebody, he said, okay ji, officer sahab, officer, he will pronounce in his name officer. He said, just interpret it. I have never done that. I said, I have never done it. He said, nah, you know it, just go ahead. Go by house. Don't bother about the rising sign, that's okay. His original sun sign will not affect. Just go by house. So I started, in first house is Venus, this house, this means this means that. When I finished, the man said, you are so accurate. And I said, yes, I am accurate. And he laughed at me. He said, with collective consciousness, you had an applied mind, and in this gathering, you heard the things were discussed, and that is the base of your knowledge now. Bin sangat mal prije jiyo. Without congregation, mind is filled with dirt. That's why it starts that man is a social animal, and without this is a brute. When you prefer to live alonely and by yourself, then it comes true. Ikko putni paidi ranne, kara vi te pande panne. Oh lady, you have only one son. When he comes home, he breaks the utensils. Because he wants to what he wants to. Therefore, man has to live in a collective congregation. Repeat the word.
Man has to live in a collective congregation.
And that's the source of all knowledge. And that is the source of excellence. That is Sahaj. You know what Sahaj Yoga is? When things happen in a very simple way. Sahaj subhaye mile so paya. Sahaj. And I tell you a very sexy story with it. You will love it because you are Western. Without anything else suits you. Not true. One time, very beautiful woman, extremely. And she never wanted her dignity, her purity, her grace. So she was very cautious. Parents were very worried. Oh, nobody will marry her. She doesn't socialize, very common person. She doesn't know anyone. She doesn't even put some signs. Oh God, what will do? Your parents are like that. They have their own machine going. But whenever she used to go to sit very graciously, talk wisely, and behave correctly. So, they were a very rich family. So one day, the prince, crown prince, king came and started asking her. So finally he said, well, that person sitting there is playing with stones, counting, playing. That's the one. So he went and he said, your name is this and that, so you live here, your parents. Well, you know, they had a royal, there was no problem. And she said, question is, I am playing the game solitary, join me. He said, why I have to join? I want to defeat you. This was a straight to the crown state. No thing was on her mind. So the said, okay, let me play with you. How is? So she explained him the game. Did you understand? If you want to play somebody, first explain him, which you never do. Do you do? You do. When you want to play, explain. Right? No, not right. Jump up, let's do sadhana. You don't tell yourself. Hai sarira mere aaj aaye ke kya tud karma kuma. You have come to this earth. What you have done? What in action? What? And who has to talk to in the morning? You alone. So she explained him, gave him the example out. Then he played. 2-3 times he let him win. And the final time she made him so bad, they don't understand. I want to win. She was learning. He went to the palace and was the queen. That's the only way he could play. And further, when the princess, the father of that crown prince, saw her wisdom, he gave her the department. She played such a heavy and gave such a and through her and compassion and encouraged everybody to the point. The entire kingdom became prosperous. Entire kingdom? That is what your dharma is. To live in your excellence and become very quick, wow. That is dharma, you are right. Excellence. Don't play yourself. Make people to learn your play. You are very secret, you are very indifferent. You think nobody is wise enough to tell you anything. You are not social. You are not comprehensive. You are not comparative. You are competing. You want to know my shocking story of life? Okay, there was somebody, one day it was Los Angeles, you know, it is not very hot, it is not very cold, but that day it was cold. And Los Angeles has one habit. If it's about 2 degrees cold, everybody say, we are freezing. They are very outcome, right straight, no reservation. Freezing. And I looked at the temperature, 82 degree freezing. What is freezing? Just there are some cloud and a little bit rain. And who was frozen? Not one person. But everything freezing. And they were all wearing coat. So this girl of mine who was helping me in that day, she said, I'm freezing. I said, come and sit with me. Sometimes I do these things. I took in the car, I went to that big store, what they call it, God knows, Notre Dame or something. Huh? It starts with N, what is it? Some damn thing. So I went to that section with the ladies section. And I knew that girl, she was my yoga student, so I told her, this lady wants a coat. She said, costly. She winked at me, she said, costly? Or? I said, best what you have. So she brought that coat. That coat was exactly that girl was wearing, and she wanted to wear that coat. I said, give it to her. And how much it is? She said, well, its price is about $500, but today is a special day and you have come. We'll give her for $300. I said, very good favor. And I said, well, you can take it. She said, no, I don't want it. I said, wow, why not? She said, there are so many like this. I had a shock of my life. She said, I want a coat which doesn't have second to it. That lady of mine, the sale girl, convinced her so much. He said, there's no such thing, there's no second of it. We have already sold 20,000 of them. You'll see everybody wearing them, so please have it. And I want to, he's my teacher, I want to oblige him, and blah, blah, blah. And I won't even charge my commission. Go ahead. No. So she went in and brought a coat. It was not their line. You know, they get samples. You understand that? And she said, lady, this is a coat. It has absolutely no second to it. She put on it, fitted, and she said, this is okay. And I said, what is the price? He said, nothing. It is a sample. We are not adapted this line, so you can take it as free. This is my gift to you. I couldn't believe it. You know, my curious Virgo nature, I said, suppose you would have followed this line, what would have cost? He said $250 maximum. But we didn't want it. You are like samples on this earth. There's nothing second like you. But you have to learn all what the seconds know. And in English, the word called congeniality. Congenial? Have you heard that? What do you mean by this word congenial? It is sensory union. Sensory? That is the future sensory men will have congeniality and will be congenial to everything on this earth, and earth not only among humans but among animals, because among the root life and among the bird life, among anything which there is. And you know, example of congeniality is when it happened in few days back, a shark came into shallow waters. Shark, these are very shark days, right? There's so many things and so many news about shark. So this shark, by mistake, came to shallow waters. 200 people were working on to put her into deep waters. Nobody killed it. That's the bondage of selfless existing and service. They successfully put it back into deep water. The sharks do attack. And you have a very good meat. Your leg look to them a big fish. That's where they bite. And you have polluted the ocean to that extent, their sensory system doesn't work anymore. So they end up in 3-4 feet water, 5 feet water, which shark never does. Her sensory system will not allow her. Because of the pollution of the ocean, sensory system of the sharks is so damaged, they may start coming on the beach. You understand? And it's called, sharks have beached themselves, right? And you stupid people, you do the same. You beach yourself in the area of such a situation in life which doesn't belong to you. Yeah? Why? Because your sensory system doesn't work either. Now, let's do correctively. Please put your hand like this, straight. Index finger of the Jupiter, which is the source of your wisdom. And the other hand totally close. This one is like this one is like that. Got it? Close your eyes. Breathe long and deep. Put that tape, Vaheguru, 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 nice. And just consider the sound and make the sound reach at your navel point with the navel moving. Let the word hammer your navel point. Make it tight fist. Make that finger very tight. No, this is a long Vaheguru. This is a short one. They have to use with the navel. Give them the hammer sound. It is Vaheguru, 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 something like that. You played many times, what is wrong with you? You don't have it? Yeah, he'll find it. We have to keep him alive, it is a sacrifice on our part. He's a good actor, he shakes. No, listen at navel point. I should have taken that tape out of my morning sadhana, that would have been better. But this will work out. Connect your inner ear and the navel point, please. And mentally chant. Keep the navel point tight. Navel point tight, index finger tight, fist tight. Tight navel point, tight index finger, tight fist. Take the sound and digest it. Shunya, because this is the Shabad of Krishna. Kare Shunya. Dahi part means yogurt and rice. Highly spiritual food. Just the sound. This will be the sign of the Aquarian man and woman when they can possess the sound current. We have about 10 years to work it out, to enter the age of Aquarius. Let's start it now. Test your alertness. Death has a pen time. The command is there. Nobody can stop it. Take the sound in and digest it. Vaheguru, the glory of the one who takes from darkness to light. Feel who huge light is at the navel point, third chakra.
लस तू ही लस तू ही लस तू ही लस तू ही विशस तू ही दस तू ही लस तू ही लस तू ही विशस तू ही दस तू ही ज़मीन तू ही ज़मा तू ही मकी तू ही मकान तू ही.
Now it is being described all the section of the universe.
ज़मीन तू ही ज़मा तू ही मकी तू ही मकान तू ही तू ही तू ही तू ही तू ही तू ही.
That's the praise of the Tao.
तू ही 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 तू ही. सात सात श्रीनिवास आदि पुरख सदा तू ही तू ही तू ही.
God lives with you, but you ignore it.
तू ही तू ही.
Either acknowledge it or ignore it, two ways of life. Watch your index finger.
Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru. Vaheguru, 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 Vaheguru.
Inhale deep. Hold tight. Make the fingers strong, make the fist strong, make the nail point strong, very strong, very strong. Exhale. Inhale again. Please do your best. Tight, best. Exhale. Inhale again. Do your best. Now rest, relax. Okay. We are done the day. It doesn't take much to enrich yourself with the strength of divinity. With the once you have strength of divinity, you will not bargain or barter your grace. If you don't barter and bargain your grace, you shall win. If you don't want to look at somebody, look at me. It's not that I have not suffered. It's not that I have not been betrayed. It is not that all these things happen to you. They have not happened 100 times more to me. But I have sailed through these clouds just with that grace, that Angsang Vaheguru. There was no secret in me, but I acknowledge that God is with me. I might not have appreciated the situation, but it was a firm belief that God is. Then what is the difference? Nothing else is permanent. Neither wife, not children, not students, not wealth, not health, nothing. All what there is nothing, it's shadow. Only one thing is permanent. You and your divinity. You and your God within you. That will give you dignity. That will give you grace. Remember about a couple months ago when there was nobody to feed me? And some people started cooking and bringing to the ranch. Are you aware of that? I had better meals then than I have now. Every day when we sit and relax and talk and have fun, that lady comes with cookies. You remember her? Yeah? Chocolate chip cookies. Somebody somewhere tell her that some people, after meal, they need something sweet. So, the sources combine, provided you have big heart to understand. Angsang? That's the principle. We'll discuss it later. I think we are going to meet next week too. I'm here?
Yes, sir.
I'm here next week. Try to do this Kirya 11 minutes. You know what will happen to you? If you just little bit get tuned with it, then you can hear the unheard. Pre-time. Something in you will start talking to you And that is the relationship you need. Well, to the parents here which are very concerned, children are enjoying Anandapur and the feed is humongously wonderful. The food they are getting, you can never guess it. And they are doing all things to digest food so quick and fast. They are not going to be fat, but they are not going to be thin either. We are going to make special arrangement to let them know the map of that earth at the time of Guru Gobind Singh. That was the idea. So they can search their history in the very land think how fortunate they are. You could, but you couldn't. Isn't that true? But they could. Do you feel jealous now? They are having fun. They'll be taught history. Jatadas Sahib told me yesterday that they are asking SDPC to send them to their official historian. So also they are making arrangements that they can go to the places where actually things happen and the story with it. We are not asking children not to be mischievous, but we are providing the alternative. You know what I mean? By the time they will finish this tour and the study of the history, of the 10th master, they'll go back to their school. They'll find a new school. New floors, everything is done at a great speed. Some parents had a complaint about water. We are doing filtering the water to the extent that you won't believe it. I think day after tomorrow at Chandigarh we'll sign the contract, and there's only one pump which needs, and that's the pump where they draw the samples. It's very funny. We have 3 pumps. That's the only pump where they pick up the water. Because it has a little salt in it, it is tasty. It'll be very, whatever best can be done, shall be done. What else you had? You are missing your children? They don't remember you. A kid got hit. They were playing, sometimes they play very violent games. The kid got hit. And the first thing he said to Prem Kaur, please you talk to Yogi ji, isn't it? And she said, yes. He said, don't let him know. So my parents will know, and I don't want them to know at all. I'm fine. They're building a community. In the words of Aristotle, those who get to be social and get the social values and the game of play of life, what they learn, their tomorrow is always bright and beautiful. And that's what is happening. It came to me out of blue that we should take them to Anandpur, which is cooler there than at Amritsar right now, and let them understand history, original, basic, as it was. Rather than going to south, and what are the place they go? And then we have to guard them against these druggies. Those are Western centers, you know. You find tons of the Western druggies there. Those places are overloaded. This is our own home. Environments are perfect. And I think this, in the 300th year, if anything gain had happened, is those sarais, those inns, places for stay. There are couple hundred rooms everywhere available. And I think it was built for us. But who goes there like this, except us? And in Chheta Sahib Gurdwara, Baba Harban Singh is making a beautiful place to stay on absolute Western style. It'll be complete 32 or 34 rooms, I don't exactly know how many rooms are there. So, things are happening. You want to go to?
Yes, sir.
Well, we'll be going. We are going. Gurjagat, figure it out how many people are going to join Europe. We must have some calculation. Sat Bakshish, I'll pay for your shopping. You don't worry. You're very worried these days. And please don't make faces when I come out. I never knew the secret. Secreted by the fabric in Delhi, get it stitched in Chandigarh, and get them dry cleaned in Amritsar, and then bring them over. Isn't it fun? Anyway, may the long time
Sunshine upon you,
all
all surround you, and the pure life within you guide your way on. May the long time sunshine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure life within you guide your way on.
guide.
Guide your way on.
God bless you. Oh, Bibi, are you free on this Saturday? Bibi is free on Saturday. And there will be a class Saturday, 9 to 11. She will teach you tricks of the woman trade. All right, all about women, all about men, all about relationship, etc., etc., extra. You understand what I mean? And there may be some people who have not come to the class tonight. Just please take on upon yourself to inform everybody. It is 9 a.m. Saturday to 11 a.m. Understand that? Let us squeeze something out of her being Ph.D. Right? She has attended so many, what they call workshops, and I think she should share that knowledge with you guys, which is supposed to be the latest. All right, good night.
Saturday morning, remember?